Welcome to the Venting Room. I'm your host, the Venting Room Vixen. And tonight's venting session is vanity. Let's talk about it. But before we dive in, let me remind you that this session is for educational and entertainment purposes only. The views expressed are personal opinions based on lived experiences. This content is not intended to provide legal, medical, or psychological, along with therapeutic advice. Listener discretion is advised. Now let's dive in. Vanity. Why is it that vanity and being vain offends so many? Could it be that their own insecurities get in the way? Possibly. They might get offended that they live a better lifestyle, or that they could afford luxuries like gym memberships or personal trainers, dietitians, you name it, they got it. But let's face it, if you're a person that is vain, you're going to do whatever it takes to look your best. Because I will tell you this, if you want to look your best and feel your best, you'll do everything possible to achieve it and to achieve your goal. If you really wanted to, it doesn't take money. I'll admit, if you want to look your best sometimes, it does take some money. If you're vain and you want to maintain yourself and go to the gym or go get facials or go to a spa or get some type of treatment, okay. But you know what? It adds up. And let's face it, some of us don't make that amount of money or that kind of money to be keeping up with our vanity. But we can do our best to achieve that goal by working out consistently. The key is consistency. It's not about how much money we spend. It is about consistency and what we do with what we have. If you can't afford a gym membership, that's okay. Why don't you go for a walk? Start there. Why don't you lift some weights? And if you don't have weights, grab things around the house or your apartment. I'm sure that you could find water bottles or cans or different items that you can indeed do some strength training. You could also do push-ups or get against steps so you could build resistance. You don't have to have a set that costs thousands of dollars. You don't have to invest in that, but you do have to invest in yourself. Because the more that you invest in yourself, the more of a positive outlook and positive mind you will have. And let me tell you, it does make a difference. Because if you feel good about yourself, you are catapulted, and that will branch out and have huge ramifications on the rest of your life. And let's not go that far, but let's zone in on daily activities. If you feel good about yourself and you go for a walk and you eat clean and you do some strength training, something that makes you feel good, it doesn't matter the amount. You could start off with water bottles or canned goods. It doesn't matter what it is. Or against the wall for push-ups. Or leaning at an incline on a step. Of course, being careful. But everything is obtainable if you really want it. Because looking good and feeling good comes at a price. And that price is you need to want it bad enough to achieve it. And I'll tell you this. Your mindset is extremely important. Because if you don't change your mindset to achieve these goals that you set for yourself related to vanity, it could take a really deep dive. When you look good, you start to feel good. When you look bad to yourself, because let's face it, we are our most worst critic. You look at yourself in the mirror and you look at all the flaws that nobody else does. Nobody else tells you about. Whether it's crow's feet or bag under your eyes or marionette lines or fine lines on your forehead or your skin starts to sag. No matter where it is, whether it's your face, your arms, any part of your body. Gravity and age take a toll, my friends. They do. And when you look in that mirror, the only person who you need to impress and you need to be happy with is just that you. You need to be satisfied. Because if you're happy, it doesn't matter to the rest of the world. But you need to put in the work and you need to be happy with yourself. Because if when you look in the mirror, you don't like what you see, you know what that's going to promote? A spiral. And not a positive spiral. You're going to go down like a ton of bricks. Because if you don't do something about it, about the way you look, if you don't like what you see in the mirror, then you know what? Change it. You're the only one who has that capability, but you need to want it bad enough to make a change. But only you can do that. It doesn't matter how many people tell you. It doesn't matter how many gym memberships you sign up for. It doesn't matter how many friends you have over to go on walks or work out with, how many social groups you join, or how many health diets you join. It doesn't matter. You're going to end up spending a lot of money and you're not going to put in the effort or the work. And that's the bottom line. You need to take care of yourself. And you need to like who you see in the mirror. And it doesn't matter if you take small steps. At least you're taking steps. That is the most important. If you don't take that small step towards something, to work for yourself, to work toward becoming better and feeling better, then it takes a toll on you, mentally and physically. Because if you are not happy with yourself, you can get sad and depressed by the way that you look. And you don't want to feel that way. You want to be confident, motivated. And you know what? You want to inspire others. And forget the other people. You want to be an inspiration to yourself. You want to look at yourself, and the reflection in that mirror should be a reflection of what you've poured into yourself. Because nobody else is going to do the work for you. Nobody else is going to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning or 4:30 in the morning and tell you, let's go. You got to do it. We got a day to kick in the butt. No, nobody's going to tell you that. You got to want it bad enough. And if you do, then you will reap the rewards. But you need to put in the effort. So I'm here to tell you tonight that all those that have a problem with vanity, take a look at yourself. Because instead of criticizing others, you should start taking a hard look at yourself. And I'm not saying to be perfect. I don't think that anybody wants to be perfect. Well, there are some. But I think that the goal is for you to be happy with yourself and not criticize others for wanting to look their best. I know that there are people out there that say, oh, okay, well, cosmetic surgery and this and that. I get it. I don't criticize. You do you, boo. You do you. Whatever you want to do, it shouldn't be a problem to others. But by the same token, I don't think that anyone has the right to criticize anybody else when they're not doing anything for themselves. So let's take a hard look and let's do some introspection on what do you want to change for 2026. Because it's not only about looking good, but it's about feeling good. And again, the only person that you need to be happy with is yourself. When you look in that mirror, what do you see? What do you want to aspire to? What do you want the end goal to be? That's some food for thought for you. Now, it's been great, and I'd like to give a shout out to DJ. Thank you for tonight's hot topic. Go ahead, I want to hear from the rest of you. If you have an interesting hot topic that you'd like to discuss, drop it in the comments. Thank you for listening. Click, like, and subscribe. Signing off. This is the Venting Room Vixen. Until next time, stay real. Every minute.